Hello all, back at you again with Ubuntu 12.04, and in this video I'm going to be talking about playing games inside VMware Player. We need to do a couple of things before and make sure VMware Player is not running. Once you have your Windows installed, it puts a VMware folder inside your home folder. So you double click that and wherever your Windows install is. I press Control 2 to make this a list view. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see this file, .vmx. And you can open that in gedit or whatever one you prefer to use. And these are all the settings inside set up for Windows XP. And what you do is, I have another note here, is you have to make sure that you can get at least 128 megabytes. That's the maximum for Windows XP in a virtual machine environment for VMware Player. I don't know about VMware Workstation, but so it's svga.vram size equals then this value, which is approximately 128 megabytes. I placed that down at the bottom here, and then saved it, and then closed, and then started the virtual machine. Okay, now I have Windows XP up and running. Just right click on the desktop, go to Properties, Settings, then Advanced, and to make sure you're at 128 megabytes memory size as shown here in the adapter section or the adapter tab. Okay, next thing is for updates, you want to make sure the Windows install is completely updated, especially the .NET framework, all the way from version 1.1 and the service packs, everything all the way up into the latest one so far as 4, I guess, and change, whatever. This is Microsoft Update, not Windows Update. If you don't have Microsoft Update, you go to Windows Update from your Start menu, and on the side here where it has this, it will have update to Microsoft Update. The reason for that is the runtime files that we need. So I have a couple of pinned tabs here in the browser, and the first thing we want to do is download the DirectX runtimes, which the last ones were June 2010, and it's approximately 95 megabytes to download, and it's DirectX _June 2010 _redist.exe. And even though it says exe, use an archive tool like 7-zip or WinR or whatever you have, and extract this to its own folder, and then look for setup and then run that. Once that's installed, you get the since this is only 32-bit, you get the Visual C++ 2010 times 86 32-bit, and that's only 4.8 megabytes. Once that's installed, you go back to Microsoft Update, and there will be a security fix for this runtime. Once you have DirectX and C 2010 installed, just go to the Start menu, Run, or press the Windows key and Run. And in this little box here, it's DXDIAG I typed in. So if it's not there, just type that in, hit OK. The first time you run this is you want to check for digitally signed devices, and hit yes. So that's what this bar here is doing, is checking. And you can use the tab or next page. So DirectX files, if all went well, you should see no problems found. Let's go to the display tab. We have two buttons to test, one for DirectX Draw Acceleration and one for DirectX 3D. And if you've ran these before, you probably know this. So you just test DirectX Draw, and it'll say OK, and then OK, and you'll see that. So that ends the Direct Draw test. Now Direct 3D. Unfortunately, This is going to test Direct3D, but unfortunately you can't see it in the video. Like, it's spinning really, really fast, but in the screencast it looks like it's going really slow, but it's working. So basically this is telling you that, your DirectX for gaming is fine. Definitely defrag and clear out any temp files, and maybe registry cleaner if you wish, and a registry defrag optional, but definitely CCleaner and defrag. Make sure your hard disk is defragmented. So let's open this. I made another shortcut for games. So I'll choose Second Sight and I'll fire that up. Okay, again, I don't know how well this is going to render in the screencast, but it's running fine. Okay, so I've just played through some of this. I'm in the second part of the game, and again, I don't know how this will render in the screencast, but it's running pretty well. You can do the funny run thing. So we have to do our training. So let's see what he says. Okay, so we follow this guy, etc., etc., etc. And I'll just do my little bizarre run routine. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Okay. But I can tell you this is running very, very well. It's at 1024 by 768 resolution. I didn't change any other settings. Actually, I didn't change that setting either, the resolution. I just left things as they were. Again, this is 1024 by 768. Okay. So, yes, there's some pauses and stuff. Let's do that. The frame rate's pretty good, but it is stuttering. Okay, I got that guy too. So that's Max Payne 2 running in the VMware Player. Okay, so that's a couple of examples. The other ones, like I said, they work fine. Once you've turned off the virtual machine, Windows XP in this case, you can go to the virtual machine settings and go to the hard drive, and there's utilities, and you can defragment. I know this is Ubuntu, but defragment it itself. So that's it for this one. I hope you found this useful. Of course, we all know you can run games, Windows games within Wine, but this is just another option. Maybe you have an older game that's not running in Wine, or maybe in Windows itself, you can use VMware Player to play an older game that you couldn't before. So, as always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.